Hey guys, it's Lexxi Raine here. I know the title of this sounds a little weird. Why am I talking about high heels and why I can't wear them? But I promise it's going to make sense to you in just a second. I know I mentioned in a previous vlog, the one that I talked about why I wrote Stop, my new single, so you should buy it. I had a lot of surgeries, 5 to be exact, and I'm only 20. Most 20-year-olds don't experience 5 surgeries. Well, it all started when I was born. I had clubfoot. And if you guys don't know what clubfoot is, it's when your Achilles tendon is too short and it makes your entire foot invert. I don't know. I'm not a doctor, okay? All I know is there's a lot of pictures of me with a tiny foot completely into my body, and if I can find the picture, I will put it in the top corner right here. So soon after I was born, they had to correct that. So they went in, they made a huge scar around my foot, and I can show you guys that. They cut it a little bit. I needed to be in a cast for a good amount of time, and I was, just starting to grow. Again, when I was in preschool, so around 4 or 5, I think that's when you go to preschool, right? I had to get another surgery to continue fixing it because I was growing, and it was growing back into the clubfoot way. So I had another cast on, and it was really quite adorable because I had a walker through my preschool, and I just loved it. I felt like a 70-year-old woman in a 4-year-old's body. I don't know, it really stunted my growth. My left calf is smaller than my right calf, and you might not be able to notice it, but I do, and it makes me very self-conscious because I don't know how to fix that. I don't know if I've got to make my left calf bulkier or try to lose weight with my right. I don't even know. So if anyone has the answer, you can please tell me. But my left foot is a half size smaller. So if I want to buy sandals or heels or flats, I've got to try to find a 6 size pair. So then I can buy that for my left foot and then buy a 7.5 size pair for my right, which gets very expensive, and I end up doing that at Payless. But that's why I usually wear gym shoes, Converse, boots. Sometimes if I can find the heels with a strap, that works too. It's kind of cool showing people that my feet are so differently sized, but then it really becomes a hassle when I want to try to make them look pretty. But because my entire left calf and foot didn't grow properly, my whole leg is shorter than my right, and my hips are not aligned. Found that out when I went to the doctors at 6. Shriners is where I got all my surgeries done for my feet because, I was admitted when I was a baby, and I saved a lot of money because we didn't have to pay the bills. They were the ones who told me that I had scoliosis, and it was getting really bad. I had right thoracic scoliosis, so my entire top half was going like this, and nothing was fixing it, not special yoga for scoliosis. Honestly, they tried to get me into a back brace. I was just so uncomfortable. I did not want to wear it to school. It was bulky, it was huge. If I can find a picture of that too, I will show it to you. Because they couldn't tell at first that my scoliosis was so bad because even though it was curving 70 degrees this way, my lower back was compensating. So it was like this. I never looked like I had scoliosis because of this formation. It was like an S. So they thought that if they did spinal fusion to my upper half, put a rod in it, my lower half would just go back to normal, which it did. It was great. It was probably a really terrible summer though because I could not move my back at all. I just had to sit. My mom had to flip me over every 2 hours, right side, left side. I was crying all the time. I think it was in Philadelphia, and it was an 8-hour car ride home, and I had this huge white wedge, and I just sat on that for the couch. My mom took off 2 months. My teachers even visited me at home. I had to go to the library sometimes to go see them because I couldn't go to school, but I also couldn't stop going to school because I was a sophomore at the time. It ended up great because I kept my straight A's, and it's like it didn't even affect me, and my back is perfectly straight. I've got a really long scar though. They put the steel rod in my back and 17, I think, titanium pins. It's pretty crazy. And the scoliosis was very exaggerated by me breaking my right knee. I was dancing on the bed. I thought it'd be cool to try this one move where my leg is up on the wall and I turn towards the camera. It completely dislocated, and I ended up breaking a little bit of the kneecap, a third of it off, my femur, and my tibia, I think. So I had 3 bones all floating around in there. With it was swollen. It was crazy. The doctors went in there, got all the bones out, but I had put so much stress on on it already that my scoliosis was getting worse. I was bending over so much, so that's when they finally decided I needed the surgery. After the scoliosis, everything was fine for a while, but my first knee didn't just pop out because of random accidents. I've got overextended joints, so like if I go like this, it bends more than it should. My kneecaps will not stay in place, so they always, you know, dislocate. And it happened multiple times on both. It was not fun. I remember being at a party one time, just walking across the room, singing lyrics to my friend. It just popped out and I went on the ground and I knew how to like shift it back into place. But you know, a 17-year-old should not know how to shift her own kneecaps back into alignment. I most recently had my surgery on my left knee because there was a little piece of bone. I think that it like ran into one of the tendons. It doesn't even matter, but I needed the surgery on that too. The problem with my knee is that it always, you know, dislocates, and even though I know how to put it back in, they wanted to stop it from doing that again because, you know, it's very painful. So what they did was they took a tendon from up here and they latched it, I think, underneath the kneecap, and there are 2 steel pins right here. You can feel them and it freaks my mom out. They, you know, put that in, so hopefully it's never gonna move again. It's, you know, nailed down in a way. That's what happened with my knee surgery. It was pretty crazy. The main point of all of this is that I should have been living in a bubble, because everything that could go wrong happened as soon as I was born. And my mom feels bad because she blamed herself, but I know obviously that's not, you know, her fault. It just seems like every surgery that I had was because of either my club foot, or because of my overextended joints, or because my past surgeries and problems stressed out a new thing on my body and I needed to get that too. I've learned from it. I've learned that shit's gonna happen. If you're gonna let it hold you down, then you're never gonna go anywhere in life. So I take all of the pain that I felt and all of the problems that I've had and the surgeries and the things that make me different, and I've put them into music. That's why Stop was so influential to my musical career, because that was all about my second knee surgery. It's on iTunes for 99 cents. So if you get a chance, I would love for you to buy it. It means so much to me, that song personally. And now that you have listened to this entire story about why I'm so broken all the time, maybe you'll understand that song a little bit more. Thank you guys for watching this, and you have a great day. Bye.